the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. From the 31, Mayfield. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Play action now, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Inside give to Elliott. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Pascal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield got it open, and the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Prescott off play action. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
First down, Mayfield.
He'll get this out wide to Scott.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, what a game. He was knocking on the door for 200.
And one of the things I saw come out of last week's game in his post-game press conference, he gave a lot of credit to the offensive line, as you might expect. But he also talked about the wide receivers blocking on the perimeter because no big game happens unless wide receivers block as well.
And watching film you showed me, he also made people miss.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
A first down throw for Prescott. Washington's got it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Garabay's kick is good.
And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Garabay's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mayfield. Middle of the field. He finds Pascal. The offense on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll run with Scott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball. And
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines? You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Mike McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. On play action, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 35. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. Prescott on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw again on second down. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On second and goal, Prescott. flushed. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out now come the Cowboys. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he tosses this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Mayfield down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, he finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott to the sideline on 4th down. Jonathan Garibay is out there for the Dallas field goal. Garibay's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores. So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half. All changed in the blink of an eye. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield throws this one right side to Pascal. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll go option to the short side. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And they'll give to Scott here on the option. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Man open left side is Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On the carry, this is Scott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll give to Scott here on the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Here's Scott. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's good for a Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Prescott down. That one complete to Elliott.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man. And it's a fumble. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the close fit. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Prescott forced out to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. Finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point.
The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Scott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Down at the 25. They go again with Scott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Takes it at the 7 and able to get this out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Prescott yet again. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. That's caught. It's James Washington. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That was an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mayfield. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I get the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 9. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got Smith here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. It's caught, Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Play fake, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And they'll give to Scott here on the option. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Mayfield. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. It's Scott. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 7, 2:18 on the clock. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Dak. That's complete to Lamb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. Finding Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but that clock rolling. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. To throw, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Eagles,
their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
and they'll return home next week to take on New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.